So let me narrate the story that happened again. We've looked at that verse. So it's in the book of Luke, chapter 22, verse 31. So Jesus was telling Peter, I just want to buttress that point I made, that everything you need to become your prophecies is inside your prophecy. So Jesus was speaking to Peter and says, Peter, the devil has desired to sift you as wheat, but I've prayed for you. When you are converted, strengthen your brethren. Now, if you notice the next verse, Peter answered, said, Lord, me, I'm ready to go with you even to the prison and to death. If you listen very well to that narrative, you see that Peter did not understand what Jesus Christ was saying. So the understanding of what Jesus was saying concerning Peter, of the prophetic word, of the revelation concerning Peter, was in the word Jesus spoke. The devil has desired to sift you as wheat. Lack of understanding make us to talk like a child. So in verse 34, the Lord now went further. He had to make Peter understand what he was talking about, because Peter was obviously not getting the point. So in verse 34, he said, and he said, I tell thee, Peter, the cock shall not crow this day before thou shalt deny thrice. Deny that thou knowest me. Okay? So when the Lord said that, we didn't hear any response from Peter again. I believe he got the point, and that is why when he betrayed him, when he denied Jesus Christ, he came to his senses. So the understanding of that prophetic word that the Lord gave to Peter in Luke chapter 22, verse 31, that the devil had desired to sift you, was not understood by Peter until the Lord went further in 34 to explain what he meant. Okay, so all you need to do is zoom into your prophecies. Zoom into your prophecies, okay? And a zoom into your prophecies is a zoom into the Spirit of God. That is where that prophetic word came from. So it's not different, okay? How you're going to become that prophecy is in the speaking of that prophecies. You just need to zoom into your prophecies. So understanding is more of a heart work than a ear work. Okay, understanding is more of a heart work than the ears work. So you see in Proverbs chapter 2, verse 2, it says, so thou incline thine ear unto wisdom and apply thy heart unto understanding. So you want to get understanding, you have to learn to apply your heart. Okay, understanding seeks to work on your heart. Hmm? That's why not so many people stay there, because people are quick to, they receive the word, they go, they receive the word, they go. God wants you to sit, He wants you to stay with the word. Prophet Habakkuk says, I will stand upon my watch and I will see, I will hear what the Lord will say to me. Are you sitting? Are you standing to hear what the Lord will say to you? Luke chapter 6, verse 48, and Luke chapter 14, verse 28. You can take your time to read it, but I'm just going to give a summary of it. Okay. The Lord was saying that in Luke chapter 6, that if any man come to me and hear my voice and do my words, let me show you what that man is likely to say. Jesus described that Islam is like a man that digs deep, okay, and found his house upon a rock. Okay, if you want to get that understanding, you have to be somebody that comes and sits down and hear the words of the Lord. Luke chapter 14, verse 20 also speaks about a man that will build a house. It says, won't he sit down and count the cost and estimate the cost? Okay, it has an implication of patience. Okay, so when it says sit down, hear the word, it has an implication of patience. You might not necessarily be sitting down, okay, you just have to be patient. That is why Prophet Habakkuk says, I will stand upon my watch and see. So you have to be patient in the place of waiting upon the Lord to hear what He will say to you. So the foundation of anything that will last is usually a meticulous and rigorous phase. That is why God's verdict is very simple. Okay, God's verdict is very simple. If you know that you will not lay a foundation, then don't build. If you know you will not lay a good foundation, don't build. Why? Because the enemy will come around. Okay, the enemy will come to test what you are doing. Like you said, the enemy always waits for us when we receive a prophetic word. He wants to see what we will do and what that word will make of us, what we will become out of that word that God has spoken to us. All right. Understanding your prophecies, getting understanding. It's a place where you zoom into God. It's a place where you wait on the Lord, where you are strengthened, where you take time apart and just hear what God will say to you concerning that prophetic word. Where you get the understanding of what exactly God is saying, not what you think is saying, but what God is saying to you. Okay, it is where you fellowship with God. And don't doubt it. You can actually know in full detail what God is saying to you, what God meant when He declared those words to you, because you are His child and you hear His voice and you know His voice. Alright? So, the virtues and characters that you build and absorb in this foundation process, okay, will be necessary in the next phase, which is building your prophecies. Remember, what you just did was you laid the foundation for your prophecies by understanding. So everything you absorb, the virtues, the character that you absorb from the foundation process is what you're going to deploy in the next phase, which is building your prophecies. Thank you so much for staying with me on today's episode of Talk Session with ChiChi. I hope you were blessed. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share to your friends and family. I'll see you in the next episode of Talk Session with ChiChi. Bye.